Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons, and we're going to talk about an incredible narrative that you can use today in your Dungeons & Dragons game. All right, so I just watched the movie Mr. Harrigan's Phone. It's on Netflix. It's a 2022 film, and it is every Dungeon Master content. It is absolutely brilliant. Spoilers for Mr. Harrigan's Phone in this video. So Mr. Harrigan's Phone is a Stephen King short story brought to the small screen, right? Now, so basically, I'll give you the story real quick. Mr. Harrigan is a super rich old dude who moved to Maine, a small town in Maine, right? So Mr. Harrigan is old rich dude, okay? Then we have we have elementary age kid who is hired at $5 an hour to read for 2 hours a week to Mr. Harrigan at his home, read books, right? Story jumps off from there. And then this happens for 10 years. So from the time, actually, probably 7 or 8 years. So for 8 years, elementary age boy until he's a junior age, reader boy, let's call him reader boy. Reader boy reads to Mr. Harrigan until Mr. Harrigan dies, right? Now, over this 8 years, Mr. Harrigan teaches Reader Boy. Now, what's going on with Reader Boy's home life? He has a father who used to be an amazing salesperson whose wife died, and Reader Boy's mother died of cancer. Took all the energy out of his dad, took a lot of joy out of the life of Reader Boy. So Mr. Harrigan becomes a second father to Reader Boy. And the reason why is Reader Boy's dad is sad and really can't do his dad duty, okay? But Mr. Harrigan teaches Reader Boy an immense amount of things by the books he reads. Mr. Harrigan then, and then about 3 years before Mr. Harrigan dies, so Mr. Harrigan is teaching Reader Boy the value of old books, right? Reader Boy is like, hey, you're a businessman, you should have a cell phone. And he's like, I don't want a cell phone, it's a bunch of radiation, it's not going to work, right? So Reader Boy gets a cell phone, sets it up completely, and configures it so that an old fuddy-duddy can use it. And the first thing he shows him is like, hey, you get your news every day, and then you make stock chains based on it. What if you could make your stock price, your stock decisions hourly? And the moment he shows this, winsomely, carefully, to Mr. Harrigan sees the value of it and immediately takes on the phone. When Mr. Harrigan dies, he continues to communicate with Reader Boy through the phone. And Mr. Harrigan was a pirate king. If you went against him, he crushed you, right? And actually, so what he does is he says, so Mr. Harrigan watches over Reader Boy as a ghost. And every time anybody really rolls hard against Reader Boy, Harrigan's ghost kills them. What? And the greatest thing about this story was that it posed a mystery. Was somebody doing this who was aligned with Harrigan, or is Harrigan's ghost actually doing the killing? And Harrigan's ghost was actually doing the killing. And this can be a Scooby-Doo type mystery for your D&D campaign. Is there something supernatural going on here, or is there something natural that is being configured by a cabal of people or even a couple of dedicated people? Mr. Harrigan's Phone is a brilliant movie that you should watch, and you should absolutely leverage everything cool in that movie. It is really fantastic, amazing content that you should absolutely enjoy. All that's my humble opinion. I'd love to hear yours. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.